Good morning. I'm not sure what the day is. Day 28? I think it's 28. Leaving the shelter. It did start raining yesterday afternoon, so I quit filming. There was some thunder off in the distance. I do believe it's supposed to start around 11 o'clock today. I have decided that I am going to try and push all the way into Hot Springs today. It's roughly 18 miles. I think it's about 2,200 feet of climbing, I think, roughly. A lot of descent. But I just want to go ahead and get into town. I have to resupply. I have maybe half a day's food with me right now. That's fine, man. That's plenty. If you have to walk into town a little bit hungry, that's okay, but I'd rather not. And I have a video I need to try and upload. I stayed up last night editing. Just no service. Had great service on top of Max Patch. I had my fingers crossed, but by the time I made it to the shelter, there was nothing. So I've got about 3.5 miles. I'm going to make it to, what is that, Lemon Gap, I think it's called. I'm going to try and get some cell service there. Make sure I've got a room available or a bunk available when I get into town. If not, worst case scenario, I will stop at the shelter that's a little bit short of town. I think it's about 3 miles short of town. I'll stay there and just go in on Saturday morning. But fingers crossed, I'm in the tail end of the bubble, so there's not as many hikers coming through. Should be some rooms available, and hopefully I can get this video uploaded, edit and get another one uploaded, and do a resupply. And I do think I'm going to look into some slack pack options between here and, between Hot Springs and Irwin. If I can manage to get a day or two where somebody just drops me off and I can do 20 or so miles with a light pack, I think so. That way I can make up some mileage. But either way, I'm going to get going down this trail. It is a beautiful morning. It is absolutely gorgeous, and I'm so glad to have another day out here. One side note about last night, I was the only male in the shelter. This is the second time I've been in a shelter where the ratio to women to men have definitely favored the women. One thing I can say confidently after last night and the nights before, there is the same amount of snoring when there's a bunch of women, but there's a whole lot less farting. Okay, I stopped here at Lemon Gap for a short break for some water, second breakfast. There'll be a third here real soon. But this is kind of cool. 14.4 miles to Hot Springs. Pretty much anytime you come to a gap, you will always be guaranteed to start going up. That's just the way it is. But anyhow, let me get going, and I'll get back with you shortly. box turtle. I see them all the time. People's videos. This guy's a little shy. I'm just gonna leave him be. It doesn't matter if you have a full pack, a light pack, day pack, no pack. Some of these climbs, they are just steep. Traffic out here today. Every time I try to record, there's been people on the trail. Now I'm actually crossing over major highway, and you can probably hear it. Here it comes. I'm ready for this day to be over with. It is hot, it is muggy, I am soaking wet, and there has been a lot of road walking. So right there over my shoulder, that tree, that's where I'm gonna cut back into the field. I'm still loving it every day, but I know that there is cold drinks and hamburgers in town, so I'm trying to get there. I believe I have roughly 4 miles, about 4 miles left. We are about done. We're just going to keep following this road around, apparently. We really thought that it cut in here, but it doesn't. So there's the fire tower I was at earlier. I'm going to try to back this out as slow as I can. That's how far we've came. That's over there a ways. I gotta pick my feet up because I about busted my arse. relatively fresh blowdown. I never seem to have a fishing pole with me when I need it. And I even own a Tenkara. Fact is, if I had that with me, with some of the places I've passed, I'd have never made it this far. And I know there's a bunch of brim in here because I've already seen them. I don't know if you can hear that or not over the rain and the wind, but that is the French Broad. And I am basically going to follow that right into town on this ridge. Here I am, the last mile and a half of my trek for the day, and we finally have some views. For the most part, there's been nothing. Interestingly, I'm trying to get to town, and it's like the town just keeps getting farther away. Let me zoom in here. I don't know if I can actually see the general store where I bought some resupplies right over, kind of right there, and where I'm trying to go get some food is right there. And like I said, we're 1.5 miles away, but this ridge kind of circles around and just looks down on the city of Hot Springs. These mountains over here, these are the ones I came down to come into town a couple days ago. In fact, that little spot right here is a trailer with a white van. That's the hostel I'm staying at. I gotta say, walking beside this river, listening to it, and the fact that anyone that's ever been fishing or anyone that's spent time around a river or a lake, like, there's just a certain smell, like the smell of the mud, and it is strong right now. I mean, it's just kind of heavy in the air, and it takes me back to being a kid on the Flint River. You know, it's kind of moments like this that, it's kind of moments like this that I miss being at home. You know, they come and go, but for the most part, I'm very content out here. But this is one of them moments. Makes it a little bit tough, especially knowing everybody's back home and it's Mother's Day and I wasn't there. But yeah. Here we go, walking across the French Broad, heading into Hot Springs, southbound. That is me ending my day. I am currently sitting at 15.6 miles. By the time I actually make it back to the hostel, probably going to be closer to 17. But I really do hope that they have a spot for me to sit down and have some dinner. If not, I'll go and take a shower, get some loaner clothes, and wash mine, and then come back up here and eat this evening. But I would rather do it now. This is a very hiker-friendly town. They normally don't have a problem, but there's a certain side of me that, you know, I don't want to go in somewhere all nasty and stinky trying to eat. It's Mother's Day and just don't want to do that. So hopefully they have a table outside on the patio. I'll kind of hunker down in the corner somewhere, but doubt that I check up anymore this evening. I mean, honestly, I'm about out of space on my phone. Probably going to have to take 2 or 3 days of videos and put them all in one. I didn't want to do that, but it's probably going to happen just so I can clear up space.